Hello everyone, it's Veronica and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about Scrivener, and I have talked about Scrivener in my past writing videos, and today I'm going to screen record and show you an in-depth tour of how I personally use Scrivener to write. So let's dive in. So here I have Scrivener. Once you open it, you'll be shown here, but the only difference is that you would not have this or this. They have 5 categories, all blank, fiction, nonfiction, script writing, or miscellaneous. For me, I am a fiction writer, so I only stick to fiction. This time, you would not have My Novel Template 2020 or the Prince of Wings series. Those two templates are my own templates that I created because they were convenient for me, and specifically, you see the Prince of Wings series that I'm highlighted over right now. That I know is going to be in a series, and I don't want to use the same Scrivener file for my writing. So I'm going to take you in a blank novel because that's usually what you would start out without these two. I usually never use novel with parts. I've never used it, and I found that if you want parts, you can actually create it directly from the novel section, and it will give us a fresh page, a fresh Scrivener file. This is what we're going to start out with. Within the novel template, you will find different sections. You have novel format, manuscript, which is where you actually do your writing, your characters, places, front matter, notes, research, template sheets, and then your trash folder. This is usually what it'll look like, and they have different, so if you go to manuscript, you'll find this. I usually never use the novel format, but if you are confused, you can always go ahead and read this. The one thing I change is research here. I always change research world building. That is because I want all my characters to go within my world building, and all my places to go into world building, because that is where everything is. That's my universe of what I'm writing. So I always want to keep it there so that it's in one place. And front matter, I always minimize it, and then I always put it below template sheet because I'm not going to use that until the very end when I finish my novel or finished whatever you're writing, perhaps till the very end. And template sheets is something I use often. When I'm creating a character, I would use character sketch. However, I do want to show you guys what I would do with my own template. Within template for me, I have created my own sheets. So these are my character sheets. My main character, my side character, and my character questionnaire. Those are for all my characters, and you can create your own within each template. You can actually add, so you would add a new template and say you want your chapter title, and then you would want a design, so like a, I don't know what do you call it, like a divider, or so you would title it, and then maybe if you want it larger, you would do heading, and then you would center it. And then whenever you did this, if you go to chapter and you click add chapter title, there you go, and you can continue it each time. But for within manuscript, it doesn't actually do that. If it were world build, so if it were characters and I clicked add, it will go to character sketch. This drop down over here, if you click that, it will show you all the templates you created. And that's the great thing about templates, is that with however number of templates you've created, it would always show there. So you see I have my templates. If I go to characters, I usually never directly click, but I would click the arrow and go main character. And then I would have this, and you have all these different things about templates. And if you have perhaps world building, you have maybe a world building general template, and these templates I actually got from online. All of these templates I will link down below because I actually got it from other people. The one feature I love about Scrivener is if you go to text editing, it would be typewriter scrolling, because whenever you're typing, so if I'm typing here, it will go all the way down and it would stay in one place. So you're focusing on this line, and whenever you type a new one and then you press enter, you're still in that section. You're still here. You're not going down each time or going up each time. And that is the great feature I love about Scrivener. It's that I can focus on writing. I don't have to use my touch bar and go up and down. And that is that is the one feature I really love about Scrivener. Now, they also have a compose section where you can type just like this, and they would have a typewriter focus as well. And you can actually turn off typewriter so that it would go down each time. I forgot to mention that whenever you enter compose, you are focusing on the only document you are writing in and nothing else. So I always have typewriter up here because just in case I want to turn it off, but I never actually turn it off. So outline, I don't actually type in. Usually I would have outlines, but I'm more of a handwrite outliner, but you guys can also have these outlines here. This is where I would put my world building, which usually I would have characters within world building, but I must have forgot because sometimes I don't even have world building. Sometimes it's just the real world and I don't really need it. The next thing I like about this is if you go to Corkboard mode, you'll see the different things like flashcards on a corkboard, which is why they call it corkboard, and that is the one thing I really like about it. I always have it on corkboard because then I can see all my characters. And so if I were to go to manuscript, I would have my act 1 and then my chapters, and I would have different types of chapters, maybe my prologue or my after or anything. I would have just all of it here. And if I go to manuscript and I have perhaps my act 2 or anything. Another great thing I use Scrivener for is labels, different color labels. However, the one thing I do with labels is that I can have it as a label, and if I click view, I would go to use label in binder, and if you see, it's a dot. Or if you want to expand that, you can say use label in icons. I don't know what that means, so I wouldn't do that. But I can have it in different things, or I can say index cards, and it would be orange. You can change that. You can have maybe no index card, or maybe you just don't want, you only want it in your binder, then that's totally okay. And that's one thing I like about labels. What it also has is status, and it would be to do, in progress, first draft, revised, but I don't like to do that. I actually like to use my labels. The last thing I want to talk about is targets. If I hover over the search bar here, you would see 0 words and 0 words here. If you go to targets, if you're writing in NaNoWriMo, you can easily say 50,000 and enter. And then your session target, I can say I want to write 1,000 words a day. And if you go to scene, and I'm going to say I'm just typing away, and if I copy and paste it, you'll find this red bar growing larger and larger and larger and larger until I reach the end. The bottom red line is the session targets, and you'll find the top is the manuscript. But I haven't done it because I've written 914 out of 50,000 words. And if you want to change your target, say I don't like 50,000, I want to do 10,000. And if I can't write 1,000 a day, I can say 500. It would not change to green here. It would still stay yellow. But you can hover over it and say 914 words out of 500 today. That is so convenient. I've always found this to be really helpful, especially when I'm lost and I don't know what to write, or perhaps I don't know if I've written enough today. I can go up and say, oh, I'm 500 out of 500 words, so I'm good for today. And you can really do anything with it. And that is a great thing about Scrivener. It's just the things you can work on. That is really great. So I forgot to film my outro, but I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys use Scrivener too, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned a few tips along the way. If so, please give this video a thumbs up and comment any types of maybe your own tips that you found over using Scrivener, and just anything that maybe other viewers can learn from too. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below. See you guys next time. Have a great day.